travel the world with Glow Glossip before you pack your bags, and you even get the front row seat to the world's best destinations. So what are we waiting for? Let's get the video started. Oh, and be sure to stick till the end. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the past few days, we have been on this amazing road trip across Turkey, exploring so many incredible cities and sights. We kicked things off in Eskişehir, where we checked out the beautiful Fairy Tale Castle Park, which was super pretty. Then we also drove to Ertuğrul, and the lakeside views were just breathtaking. After that, we went to Sparta, which was all about beautiful roses everywhere. Our next stop was Antalya, where we had a great time at the Antalya Aquarium and chilled by the beach. Pamukkale was next on our list, and it was so cool to see these unique thermopoles and the ancient ruins. After that, in Kütahya, we saw some really gorgeous pottery art. Yesterday, we checked out Timecodes and Turbeleri and learned all about the rich history and culture. Every city has something special to offer, and I have made detailed videos on each stop that you can go and check out on my channel. Today we are heading towards Bursa, which is our last stop before we head towards Istanbul tonight. This trip has been amazing so far, and I can't wait to share this final day with you. So stick around as we explore all the awesome things Bursa has to offer. Don't forget to watch the previous videos if you haven't already. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So guys, our first stop in Bursa is the beautiful Yeşil Cami, which translates to Green Mosque in English. This stunning mosque is known for its striking green tiles and intricate architecture. Let's head inside and explore this magnificent place together. This mosque is such a beautiful example of the early Ottoman period architecture, and it's famous for its lovely green tiles and super detailed designs. The building of the Green Mosque started when Sultan Mehmed was in charge and finished in 1424 when his son Murad II was ruling. This mosque has this cool interment T-panel design, which was popular style back then. One really unique thing about the Green Mosque is that it was built entirely using these stones and covered with marble plates, giving it a majestic and timeless appearance. The mosque also features a Sultan Mehfil, a special platform for the Sultan, which was first seen in this mosque within the Ottoman Empire. This two-floor mosque showcases the elegance of Ottoman architecture and the artistic achievements. Exploring the Green Mosque, we took in the beautiful details of the stonework, marble plates, and the stunning green tiles that gives the mosque its name. After checking out the Green Mosque, we wandered into this bustling bazaar nearby. The area was filled with vibrant shops selling all sorts of cultural items, from beautiful crafted magnets to traditional Turkish souvenirs. The atmosphere was really lively, with people bustling around exploring the various stalls and enjoying the rich cultural experience. As we strolled through the bazaar, we also came across this fun and unique landmark with these life-sized letters spelling out Bursa. It was the perfect spot to take some memorable photos and capture the spirit of this amazing city. The bazaar and the iconic letters added the charm to our visit, making it a truly unforgettable experience. One of the highlights of the bazaar was this incredible variety of magnets. Each stall had its own unique design, showcasing different aspects of Bursa's rich history and culture. After we had a blast exploring the lively bazaar and soaking up the vibrant atmosphere, we decided to check out another nearby spot, the Yeşil Turbe, or the Green Tomb. The Green Tomb is this amazing place located pretty close to the Green Mosque. It's famous for its stunning green tiles and that covers like the outside, giving the tomb its cool name. Sultan Mehmed I built it in 1421. He was a major player in the early Ottoman Empire, and he was super important in getting things back on track after a rough patch called the Ottoman Interregnum. Sultan Mehmed I was a huge part of making the empire stable and setting it up for the future success. The green tomb isn't just the final resting place for Sultan Mehmed I, it also holds the remains of other big names from the Ottoman royal family. Like his relatives, the tomb's design really shows off the artistry and the architecture skills. The walls are covered with detailed artworks that features all types of patterns, which are typically of the early Ottoman art. These vibrant green tiles not only look amazing but also represent the renewal and the new beginning. Inside the tomb, you can see the simple but the elegant sarcophagi of those who are buried there, and the peaceful and the respectful vibe in the Yeşil tomb makes it a great spot for thinking about and honoring the historical figures who helped shape the Ottoman Empire. Visiting the Yeşil Turbe gives us a deeper connection to Bursa's rich history and the lasting impact of the early Ottoman rulers. It helps us understand more about the city's culture and the historical significance with its awesome experience behind us. Near the Bazar area, we found this silk market, and it was just super cute from the outside, which instantly grabbed our attention. The shop looked pretty and interesting, but when we walked in, it felt like we had stepped into a whole new world. The inside was packed with traditional stuff and had so much character. The store was decked out with these gorgeous traditional lamps hanging from the ceiling, which made the whole place feel so warm and welcoming. Each lamp had these really intricate designs with bright, bold colors showing off the amazing craftsmanship from the Ottoman period. The ceiling was nearly covered with these beautiful made lamps, creating this awesome display of light and color. As we walked around, we saw all sorts of traditional items. This market really had such a cozy and a magical vibe, giving us a real taste of the region's traditional art. While roaming around the market, we came across so many amazing art pieces. There were these beautiful ceramic tiles with all kind of detailed designs showing the different types of art. We also saw some of these really cool and beautiful made chessboards, more of those eye-catching ceramic artworks, and in one corner there is a stunning display of Turkish clothes. These clothes are not just pretty but also full of cultural meaning. Next to them, there were shoes that looked super unique and traditional, showing off the local craftsmanship. Exploring this part of Turkey was so interesting. While everyone knows about the modern side of Turkish culture, it's really important to appreciate the traditional parts too. The ceramic art, the traditional shoes were just a piece of the rich culture. The traditional Turkish cloth is a big part of the country's rich culture heritage. The clothes we saw were amazing with bright colors, detailed embroidery, and luxurious fabric. These clothes reflect Turkey's diverse history and traditions with influence from many regions and times. Okay, so at the cashier, there are a lot of different currencies displayed under the glass on the table with bills from different countries. This super cool addition to the market shows us how diverse and connected this vibrant space is. After we explored all the amazing art and the unique items, we couldn't help but check out the cute souvenirs. Everything was so iconic and it represented the local culture perfectly. There were these all kind of handmade things like jewelry, pottery, traditional arts, textiles. Each piece showed off rich heritage of the area. Each souvenir was showing off different landmarks and cultural symbols from Turkey. It was so much seeing all the different items and the cultural stories they told. Our market trip ended with a visit to the small store where they offered Turkish coffee. And the smell of their freshly brewed coffee was so inviting that we just had to try it. Turkish coffee is known for its strong flavor. It was really bitter and intense. Honestly, it wasn't really my thing since I usually go for cappuccino or latte, but the experience was special and fun, letting us dive deeper into the local culture. Our next stop is the Turkish and Islamic Art Museum. This place is like a giant treasure chest filled with historical and cultural items that show off Turkey and the Islamic world's amazing art history. The museum is famous for its huge collection of art pieces, old masterpieces, and artifacts that go back hundreds of years. It gives us a chance to really understand how the culture and the region has changed over time. One of the exhibits had this really amazing collection of traditional caps and headgear from all sorts of places and time. The caps were super detailed and had all kinds of beautiful decorations. They were displayed in these glass cases so you could see every single style and learn about their cultural importance. Each cap was special in its own way, showing off the art and the skill of the time it was made in. The next exhibit had these tools of different times and also an armor, which was super cool. While we were exploring the museum, we also stumbled upon this amazing place which was all about ancient coins. This room felt like a hidden gem packed with historical money from all different times and places. It was like stepping into a time machine, seeing coins from so many centuries and religions displaying in all this glory. The exhibit was super fascinating because we could see how coins changed over time. The collection had a mix of everything from simple early designs to the fancy detailed pieces with cool engraving. Some coins had markings from big ancient empires while others came from smaller, less known area. This variety showed off not just the creativity that went into making these coins, but also helped us learn about the importance in history. Each coin told a story about the people and the place that used them, helping us understand how money has helped shape society and connect people through the ages. And in that same room, there were also these beautiful money bags. Just look at these. They are so beautiful, bright colored and vibrant. And then this room was dedicated to calligraphy. On the walls there were the arts that used calligraphy, and in the middle of the room there was this display of like the tools used, like paintbrushes and stuff. So guys, this is a vending machine, and from here you can buy like stuff with the Turkish patterns and art, which is super cool if you think about it. While wandering through the museum, we also came across this fascinating section showcasing the traditional clothes and accessories. It was like a time capsule with colorful outfits that highlighted the designs and the patterns from different eras. Each piece seemed to tell a story about people who wore them. There were also lots of traditional shoes from elegant to the rugged designs, giving us a peek into the everyday life back then. Alongside those clothes, there were also some really beautiful jewelry, including delicate necklaces, brochures, and rings, all crafted with such a care and attention to detail. Moving on, we also found these beautiful tea sets. These teacups were not just functional but also a work of art with intricate patterns and delicate designs that make them look almost too pretty to use. They seemed perfect for traditional tea parties. We also checked out this collection of ceramic art featuring beautiful crafts, pots, plates, and other items. The color of these designs were so vivid and detailed, reflecting the high level of craftsmanship involved. At the end of our museum tour, we also found this really cool room dedicated to the Turkish shadow puppetry. The displays featured intricate handcrafted shadow puppets used in traditional performances. These puppets are made from thin leather or cardboard and are designed to cast detailed shadows on the screen. Each puppet over there had its unique design and was used in storytelling, making the performances both entertaining and educational. It was so fascinating to see how these puppets were used to bring stories to life and show us how they fit into the Turkish culture. This part of the museum added a magical touch to our visit, showing how this beautiful aspect of the Turkish heritage. After leaving the Turkish and Islamic Art Museum, now we are on our way towards the tomb of Osman Gazi and Orhan Gazi. The ride was through this lively street with tons of colorful shops and traditional bazaars. Every corner was buzzing with life and color. One of the grocery stores that really caught our attention was BIM, but here it was in this cute old-fashioned blue building. The streets felt so alive with Turkish culture, making the drive really beautiful and full of local charm. So guys, we have arrived at the tomb of Osman and Orhan Gazi. When we got there, it was like you could feel the importance of this place. The tomb of Osman Gazi, who started the Ottoman Empire, is really special landmark. Osman Gazi is famous for founding the Ottoman dynasty, which became one of the most powerful empires ever. His tomb isn't where he's buried. It's a symbol of his huge legacy. The building is a stunning example of Ottoman architecture with detailed designs and the calm vibe that makes you think of Osman Ghazi's big impact on history. The tombs of Osman Gazi and Orhan Gazi are not just historical spots but also architecture wonders. The mix of detailed style work, beautiful carved wood, and the peaceful garden around the tombs creates a calm and thoughtful atmosphere. Visiting these tombs gives us a chance to think about the legacy of Ottoman Empire, Osman Gazi's vision, and Orhan Gazi's leadership, starting an empire that lasted for centuries and changed history. The tombs remind us of the empire's beginning and the amazing people who shaped its path. As we explore the site, we couldn't help but feel a deep respect and admiration for these historical figures. Right next to his dad's tomb is the tomb of Orhan Gazi, which is also super important. Orhan Gazi, the second ruler of Ottoman Empire, was a key figure in growing the empire and making it strong. His tomb is just as impressive, showing off the great architecture of the time. Walking through it, you can really feel the connection to the past and be amazed by what these early Ottoman leaders did. The well-kept site lets visitors step back in time and appreciate the history of Ottoman Empire. These tombs show off the rich culture and the architecture of Ottoman Empire. The colorful design and the construction show how much these two great leaders were respected. Stepping outside of the tomb area, we found ourselves in a vibrant urban space filled with locals and tourists alike. The atmosphere was lively, with people hanging out, chatting, and enjoying the beautiful surrounding. Nearby, we also came across this fascinating piece of history, the first cable car ever built in Turkey. The red and white cable car, which began to operate in October 19, 1963, served the people of Turkey until 2012. On June 2014, it was upgraded with the latest technology to provide sustainability and unique journeys. Standing next to this historical cable car, we could appreciate its significance and the role it played in Turkish transportation history. Oh, and there was also this corner offering a mesmerizing sight of the city, allowing us to enjoy this stunning view. In the middle of the bustling area, there was a vibrant market with stalls selling various traditional items. We saw beautiful pieces of art, including traditional calligraphy, which was super particularly striking. The details and the intricate design showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the region. There were also vendors selling a variety of local crafts, making it a perfect spot to pick a unique souvenir and a gift. Dominating the skyline was the Tophane clock tower, a notable landmark in Bursa. The clock tower, which was opened with great ceremony on August 13, 1955, stands as a symbol of the city's historical significance. It was fascinating to learn that this clock tower has been keeping time for so many years. serving as a reminder of Bursa's rich history and its role in Turkish culture. As we wandered through the historical and the cultural rich area, we were amazed by the blend of old and new, the vibrant market stalls and the stunning views of the city. Each element from the cable car to the clock tower added a unique charm of this place. It was a wonderful experience to explore the surrounding of the tomb, and we felt a deeper appreciation of Bursa's history and culture. As we continued our exploration, we came across a lively market filled with various shops. These shops offered a fascinating era of items related to Osman, Gazi, and other historical figures. There were traditional clothes, accessories. One of the highlights of the market was these traditional clothes. And in that shop, we also found dolls representing significant historical figures, similar to like Barbie dolls, but designed for boys, I guess. And most of the dolls were important characters from the Turkish history, serving as both playful and educational tools. They were figures like Ertuğrul Gazi, Osman Gazi, and even Orhan Gazi. Okay, so now we have arrived at the second Murad, Kulliyesi Sultan, Turbeleri, and wow, it's so amazing. As soon as we walked through the huge entrance, it felt like we were stepping back in time. This place is truly massive, with big archways and super detailed walls that made it feel like you were in a storybook. The entrance hall was really big and had beautiful tiles and calligraphy everywhere, which kind of set the mood for the rest of our visit. Every part of this place was so well made that you could tell the people who built this really knew their stuff. Then we walked into one of the first rooms, and it was kinda serious and quiet. There were tombs of important people from the Ottoman time. The walls had pretty patterns and writing that told stories about the people buried there. The soft lighting made everything look even more special, with the shadows playing on the carvings and designs. The room gave us like a taste of deep history and culture we were about to explore. After that, we headed outside to the garden, which was also full of tombs. The garden was really well kept, with lots of green plants around the rows of gravestones. It was beautiful, but also kind of sad knowing so many people are buried there, maybe from the wars or other events. The peaceful garden was mixed with the weight of history. Walking through the garden made us think about the lives of people who were part of Ottoman Empire's history. Next, we went back inside to check out more of the complex, and we saw even more tombs in different buildings. The architecture was breathtaking. The walls had amazing tiles and detailed designs. The ceilings had beautiful crafted domes and arch. Each tomb was like a piece of art with detailed stonework. The light coming through the space made the color and the decoration look almost magical. It was incredible to see how the architecture honored and perceived the memory of the people buried there. As we kept exploring, we found even more tombs inside and outside. Each new area had its own unique artistry and craftsmanship from the Ottoman period. Everything from the calligraphy to the domes showed off the cultural richness of the time. The detailed work on the tombs and the surrounding architecture was so impressive, with every element colorfully crafted. The combination of beauty and history made this part of our visit really impactful, helping us feel connected to the history and the culture of the place. As we finished our visit to the second Murad, Kulliyesi Sultan Turbeleri, we were amazed by the history and the artistry we had seen. The detailed architecture, the beautifully decorated tombs, and the peaceful garden all came together to create an experience that was both educational and deeply moving. Every part of this place, from the indoor mausoleums to the outdoor graves, gave us a unique look into the past, helping us connect with the rich history of the Ottoman Empire. This visit was like a journey through time, leaving us with a lasting appreciation for the culture and the historical treasures of this incredible site. After that, we also noticed that there was an Ottoman house museum right next to the complex. Unfortunately, by the time we arrived, the museum had already closed for the day. It was a bit disappointing, as we were eager to dive deeper into the history and the culture of Ottoman era. but the exterior of the museum looked promising with its traditional architecture and inviting entrance. Okay, so guys, we have finally reached the end of our road trip through Turkey, and what a journey it has been! From the bustling streets of Eskişehir to these beautiful scenes of Ertuğrul and the vibrant culture of Sparta to the stunning landscapes of Antalya and Pamukkale. We have covered a lot of ground. We also explored the rich history of Kütahya and experienced the significance of Haima and Turbesi. And now we are wrapping up our adventure in Bursa before heading to Istanbul. Today we started our exploration in Bursa with a visit to the Green Mosque, a remarkable example of the early Ottoman architecture. It was fascinating to see how the mosque's intricate design and the historical significance reflected the grandeur of the period. After soaking in the beauty of the Green Mosque, we wandered through the bustling Bazar area, where we found an era of souvenirs and additional items. The variety of the magnets and the cultural keepsakes were so overwhelming, and we debated which one to choose. Then we also visited the Yeşil Turbe, a historical tomb with its own unique charm. The intricate tile work and the peaceful atmosphere of the site was truly captivating. It was fascinating to learn about the people buried here and the historical context of the tomb. The detailed craftsmanship and the historical importance of the site made it a memorable stop on our journey. As we drove through the city and approached Istanbul, the nighttime views were absolutely mesmerizing. We crossed the iconic Bosphorus Bridge, which beautifully connected the Asian side of Istanbul to the European one. The city lights twinkled as we made our way into Istanbul, making the end of our road trip. It was a fitting conclusion to our adventure, seeing the city come alive at night. I hope you enjoyed this journey as much as I did. Don't forget to check out our full series of our road trip across Turkey. You can find all the videos in the description below. If you haven't watched them yet, make sure to catch up. They're packed with fun moments and amazing experiences. Thank you for joining me on this incredible adventure. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Until next time, it's me, Aisha Wahid, signing off.